I'm just at my wit's end. I saw that the talk with the ex-chief and the verbiage he used, or the words, seemed between the lines enough that it was like written for me. But I'm gonna take some screenshots and send you this video, and I think I'm gonna have to do it in person. And you know, this ain't no prank, dude. Like, this is bad. Like, so they're like, he's on Social Security, he doesn't need to work the rest of his life, just sit and play video games and have no girlfriend and get made fun of. But I'm like, smart. Like, I got a 96 on my pre-ASVAB to join the Navy, and I decided to go into marketing and economics, and now I'm learning to program. And I've been trying since Chicago, but like at first it would give me panic attacks because of the voices in my head. And I've been learning to calm my nerves, but sometimes, I don't know, like if it's a new house, this is what happens. Every new house I come to is bugged out or my phone's recording me. And they want to make me feel like it's my fault for something I said. At first it was drugs my whole life. Now it's because I told Facebook. I started telling Facebook in Chicago 4 years ago, just after my extraction, like 4 or 5 years ago. Then Trump's son supposedly started doing this. His father is a Marine. So any military intelligence and a lot of Marines, they're on those naval warships. But the Navy, with the woman that invented the world's first supercomputer, Cray, I could believe the vast majority of CIA intel come from those two branches of the military. I would just assume. So I need a resolution with this stuff leaving me, because it doesn't need to be on me. And they're trying to inflict guilt so I accept the way they treat me, like there's some Puritans or something. And after hearing about Facebook lasers, after the chatbot NLP program, after what they gave up that Mark had to deny, and then later went to Congress, I bet he's making fun of something. Wouldn't you? Now, this shit is safe, but it's safe for the wrong reasons, because they use analytics and machines that sound like humans or crying Mexican babies. Oh, it's just a joke, they're playing around. No. I lost my family. I lost my friends. I got no military in my family. I got no answers. I have to figure this all out on my own. And then whenever I need to go make a friend, I can't really trust them, especially if I'm alone in public, because people are trying to come check correct me. Like, keep your head up. Want to hear a joke? Hey, COVID, like, I know you're 19, but, like, you're about to be 20. 2020 is going to be a big year for us, is what I've heard in my head. So, COVID, I know you're 19, you're going to be 20 soon. So enjoy it while it lasts. And since it's your 20s, give them up. Like, eye contact. Alright, so I'm being trained or told something that is absolutely out of my realm of acceptable, pertinent information that I'm willing to receive. Like, I have a phone I can call someone with. I don't know. We can talk more in person. I just wanted to get this on me, off me, in there for now, even though it'll probably be tampered with. I figured out the Babel program that's activated by electronics that tries to see if a person is talking to itself via the Internet Enforcement Task League and social engineering, which sounds CIA. It's probably just Homeland, FBI. My feeling on COVID is it's bad for babies and it's bad for elders. That's what we were told at first. I believe that. And now we're being told, oh, younger kids, there's some like video game kid in the media. I think he's like paid off, like being told to do it for like some stunt to enforce an agenda. An agenda I got nothing to do with, but it has something to do with me. And it's forcing me to change in negative ways. Losing my family, homelessness, no girlfriends, and then these people hovering around me, circling the block like Jay-Z raps about. It's gotta be something. And I think it's the guys. It's like, who does number one work for? Their front. Okay? They're the Illuminati, right? The voices in my head. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's so ambiguous they could still be telling the truth. Like, why do I need to deal with that level of intellect of people meaning business on a militant level when I'm a naturalized citizen, born in Michigan, Mount Pleasant, in 1984? Like, it seems so unjust. Just because they found out information on me or got curious on me when I was working for Cyvis, and that's a Norwegian company that imports or makes video conferencing systems for the government. They're based out of Crystal City in DC. I got the pleasantry going out there, learning some awesome words, deep dive, pivot, A-team, Jeff, my boss, Eisenhart, great name by the way, said he had to call the A-team when he was in Houston with me, and we are just getting set up, and told me some like bullshit flabbergasted story where I don't know what happened after the last guy that quit. He quit, like I had to fire him right before he got here, but I think he fucked some electronics up. And around the same time, he said I have to call my A-team up or something like that. Like I heard, and that's when I started hearing voices in my head, and like some kid came out. Being up in this altitude brings back memories. The reason I told Facebook is the extraction scared the shit out of me. I think the military is looking for results where they can do it something like this and make me fucking run and cower in a corner. So it's perfectly harmless, right? It doesn't sound like it, dude. Like I feel like I need it. Like I made a statement on Facebook and nobody reads it because I have no friends. So they want to make fun of me for having no friends, but I can't be friends with them after what happened to me. I can be kosher and copacetic and maybe one-on-one with someone that's not trying too hard, that wants to be real with me, that doesn't need to wait for me to initiate the conversation based on the law of or the rules of war. Then maybe I could be better friends with them. But instead they do annoying stuff until I go outside. And then if I don't, mouth shut, or no, eyes open, head up, mouth shut, type shit, like I'm a walking robot. That's harassment in a non-technical way, analog. But like I'm being followed in little hover bubbles that bounce off and text away and go, he was like they're trying to hypnotize me into letting me let them in my home or life. They're already in my life somehow. They're refusing to admit it. If I had a girlfriend while I was going through this, they would still be listening and responding and getting to know me to read my mind. I've witnessed since I moved here, my roommates watching TV, and they'll be looking at their phone, not paying attention, and the audio is meant for me. And then I found the trap, like the invisible wire that activates the noises. Well, I got a tri-level. Like I can throw a rock or something, walk to my bathroom, hear the commercials change. And then when I walk by my roommates' rooms, I hear noises that are like modulated to make me think they hate me or like I should move out. And it's all because I talked to myself and I said, the reason I told Facebook is because I cannot trust my government. And honestly, I don't even know if I should really be telling you, since that guy don't work with you no more. And it's just, like I came out with this idea called share kickers, where children could create commercials that are sponsored by like big time, like Fortune 500 good old boy type companies, and it would all be localized by city and county, and then nationalized for like competitions for like middle school and high school kids. They could do the news, sports, and then like stuff like that, and then it would pop up in the middle of a Netflix movie and pay for your subscription. And it would also be with kids from around town. And that would allow us, given the example I told you below, how they wait, like something waits for you to stop paying attention to start twiddle fucking with the audio and the video via electronic devices. And they're like, oh, now I noticed. What a compliment, dude. This is like torture. Torture, torture, torture. Someone's laughing their ass off right now. Mother. That's not in my head, dude. This place is trapped out and I'm starting to like freestyle on Ryan Celsius music like I'm a real rapper. Like, not with the best words, but with the way they hook the timing on the loop with the hook and the rhyme. They're taught that in the trap. And it sounds like someone's making fun of niggers. Letting them subliminally expose their shit while they get made fun of. And they don't realize it. And it's really fucked up. It's like, like I feel like I'm a Manchurian candidate and they need to be around me to make me look normal or better to the public so I can blend in with the public with the other ones that are activated or whatever by me, identified by the electronics and spoken to one alone, is my assumption. Because of course, yeah, people will come around me, shit shuts off. one thing that positive that came out of Facebook was I got to exercise my freedom of speech. Granted, nobody did anything about it until I got in trouble in Leadville and moved down to Denver, and then it's like the whole city knew. And you know how militant Denver is. Boom. I just heard, like, this is weird house music, dude. Like, I know enough to know that it's not just schizophrenia, and like that's a bump in the night, bro. Like, whoever you are, like, and I can't prove it to no one, but you can tell by the look in my face that I believe it. And you know, something happened and we're not aware of it. The 5G network and the real estate deal Trump lost out on, digital, to 2/3 of the world compared to 1/3 of the world's war budget. We might be fucked. He might be planning on a war, which I'm not happy about because I'll just be fucked up economically, which is unsafe. This should be nipped in the butt now. And if how Trump's son was acting is true, if he knew about this basic level technology that made his father shut the fuck up on the cuff, maybe he's got a big surprise for us, but I think he's just going to federally legalize marijuana and call it a day. Well, what if he got rid of this have fun proving it thing and proved it on a presidential level and gave us citizens the choice to be tortured through your no idea bullshit technology? Blatantly said. I just need answers and a solution, and proof is a solution. Look what happened with Proof and Shady Aftermath. He got murdered. Look what happened with Kobe Bryant. No beef? Something's happening. And Trump's probably about to get reelected via the... I feel like he just passed the test with the feds. But really, they just brainwashed him with a invisible voice and some annoyances. And once that voice supersedes, says a half statement, and then you nod your head or you flex your face or pause with your micro movements, it takes it as no bullshit. I think that's why I read that article that said it was DARPA. But it's like, oh, I know what you're thinking. So imagine me being alone, getting shit on all the time, continuously driving me down, driving me to be alone. And when I go out, it's mostly miserable because I'm getting qualified for something. Like, I gotta act a certain way, or they have to believe a certain thing about me. And they're just using my Facebook posts. I post videos on there. But they've been listening this whole time. And they just, decided this is a big enough city. This ain't New York. It's a big enough city in a small enough town to really fucking get it, is what I feel like. And Trump's around too many of those people keeping him positive while they push their technology on him via the voices in their head. I had a guy on a fake Mustang ride, drove around twice. The second time, I think it was a different bus. Looked like it was mostly military or expats or children of. This guy flipped open his cell phone, and every thought I was hearing in my head was coming out of his speaker. And that's him being nice to me, just like the guy that turned off the drugs my whole life was being nice to me, just like they're trying to blame me for my words while I'm alone. is me breaking some invisible rule that doesn't need to exist. They're taking my freedom of speech and they're brainwashing me. And I know they're doing it. It takes 6 months to a year on CBT on the most resistant levels. I may be one of the most resistant and well composed via the shit I've gone through with the drugs your whole life in isolation. I just hit my 1 year mark of probation, and I think it was a Trump-dictated stat to initiate a fear. But like, so like, I got these things shitting on me, you know, not all the time. I can make it good, but like, I have to be moving, doing something. And like, some days, like, they put me in the mood where I just want to die. I don't want to experience that level of uncertainty in my life, while it certainly sometimes gets me. On an intelligent level. And they tried to hide it with aliens. After the extraction, I had a Chrysler 300, a Motown edition. And the GPS on the OnStar, which was OnStar hacked, it said, was switched out. Saw a cleaning guy crew next to my car when I got out of Asa Gray Drive to my grandfather's. And it looked like he was like part of a team, cleanup crew for my car, for like the nuclear whatever. And I went upstairs to my grandfather. I tried talking to the kid. I was like, hey, what's up? Because it looked like he was on the phone. He's like, he's here, he's okay. And got off. And like, I was like inclined. Like, first person I saw after thinking I got abducted by aliens, but didn't really. And that tiger thing ended up being the God of War. I saw it in a Barnes and Noble. And when I was hitting the radio, like it was like chasing me, you know, like an Axel, but not actually cooler looking than Axel. It's probably where they got the idea, you know. So I saw it on there, and now I'm making it up in here, right? Like, you guys are smart enough to understand what the fuck's up. I don't know what to do. They're telling me there's nothing they can do about it, but I think that's a no idea what you're talking about statement. Like they're denying torture. Sounds like CIA or federal. So maybe we can make some difference, throw in some poetic justice. I never got fucked with until I moved to Denver with my Facebook posts. And I even had it under the guise of a fake name. So, well, the videos would change, I guess. But,